Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Rabia, and on behalf of AFAQ online learning platform, I welcome all of you to this video lesson. In this video lesson, we will cover AFAQ New Sun series, English, Grade 4, Periodic Unit 1. Before we start this lesson, I want to tell you that this video lesson is for you if you are a student, a teacher, or a parent. Also, I want to share an interesting fact that makes AFAQ learning experience unique. At AFAQ, we know that planning is fundamental to successful teaching and learning. Therefore, we have developed academic calendars for you. These academic calendars have been developed for all subjects of all grades, and as you can see here, all academic calendars have 3 terms: first term, second term, and third term. Each term has 2 periodic units. That is to say that the first term has Unit 1 and Unit 2 and so on. There are 6 periodic units in total in this way. Now I will show you the academic calendar of Grade 4 English. This is Unit 1 of Term 1. As you can see that we have 6 weeks here. 5 of these weeks have been allocated to teaching and learning, whereas the 6th week has been reserved for assessment. Also, I want to tell you that in this periodic unit, 3 textbook units will be covered. Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3 will be covered in these 5 weeks. That's not all. On the basis of subject weightages and academic calendar, we also provide you suggested timetables. This is a suggested timetable for primary school, and we have allocated 7 lessons or 7 periods for English subject. You can change the days in which you cover these 7 periods. Dear students and teachers, we have successfully completed 2 weeks of Unit 1. Now we will start the 3rd week. In this week, there are 7 periods as usual, but in the first period, we will complete textbook Unit 1, and in the other 6 periods, we will start Unit number 2 of the textbook. So this is the first period in which we will cover 1 SLO. After completing this period, students will be able to write a creative paragraph. Respected teachers, we have provided you complete methodology to cover this SLO in DLP 1. This DLP will be covered on the first day of the 3rd week of first unit of Term 1. Dear students, in this lesson, you will learn about different courtesy words. Here, we have a chart showing different courtesy words. Respected teachers, you can also get this chart printed and display in the classroom. Alright students, so here you see different words such as may I, please, excuse me, thank you, I'm sorry, hello, and pardon me. Can you tell me when are these words used? Yes, let's do one of them together. The first word is please. When do we say please? We say please when we want to politely make a request. Could you give me the teaspoon, please? Please get aside. In the same way, we use all these words to convey our message politely. I want you to discuss the use of all these words and phrases with a partner. The partner could be your parent or your sibling or your class fellow or your teacher, and also give 2 example sentences for each one of them. Dear students, when we use these words, it shows that we know good manners. The display of good manner requires us to use courtesy words like this. In today's activity, we will write about some good manners and explain how good manners help us to become a respectable person. This activity has been provided on textbook page number 10. You also have to underline any 5 multisyllabic words in your own writing. So hurry up, think of the good manners and explain how good manners help us become a respectable person. Write a few lines about it, underline the multisyllabic words in them, and then come back. Respected teachers and dear students, we have successfully completed textbook Unit 1. Now we are going to start textbook Unit 2. As I told you earlier, in Unit 1 of Term 1 there are 6 weeks and we will cover 3 textbook units in this periodic unit. The first one has been completed in 2 weeks and the first day of 3rd week. Now we are going to start the second unit which will complete in the 4th week. Let me give you an overview of today's lesson. In today's lesson, we will cover the second unit of the textbook. This unit will be covered in 2 weeks and this falls into the periodic unit 1 of periodic term 1. This is the second period of the 3rd week of the first periodic unit. We are going to cover 2 SLOs in this lesson. Respected teachers, AFAQ has provided you complete methodology to cover these SLOs in the second DLP. You can see the DLP2 on your screen and it has also been provided to you. This DLP should be covered on the first day of the 3rd week of the first unit of term 1. Dear students, the title of the second unit of your textbook is Aim High to the Sky. And in this unit, we will cover these 14 SLOs. On page number 11 of your textbook, you can see 3 pictures. Look at these pictures carefully and then share a few sentences about these professions. Also tell which profession would you like to adopt and how can we serve our country. So look at these pictures carefully and answer these questions given on textbook page number 11. If you are at home, you can answer these questions to your parents or your sibling. And if you are in the classroom, you can do this activity with your classmates. Students, open page number 12 of your textbook. On page number 12, you will see a colorful page and there is a poem over here. The title of the poem is Aim High to the Sky and some pictures have also been provided. I want you to look at the pictures carefully, read the title and then suggest 5 words that come in your mind before reading the poem. In a chart like this, you can write 5 words related to the poem Aim High to the Sky before reading the poem. We'll see if these 5 words relate to the poem or not after reading the poem. Now let's read the poem together. The title of the poem is Aim High to the Sky. Aim high to the sky in all that you do, because you just never know what it takes to be you. Be strong and be brave, but at the same time be kind, and always be sure that you are using your mind. Here, the name of the poet is also given. James MacDonald is the writer of this poem. Dear students, as you know that after completing each reading, we talk about the theme of that reading passage. Today we have read a poem, and can you tell me what was the theme of this poem? Yes, the theme of the poem was bravery and courage. We should always be brave and courageous and we should not be afraid to take challenges. That was the message given in the poem Aim High to the Sky. Let's start the 3rd period of 3rd week. In this period, the students will be able to pronounce and practice simple words with more silent letters such as B in lamb. Respected teachers, we have provided you a DLP to cover this SLO. You can see DLP 3 on your screen. This DLP should ideally be covered on the 2nd day of the suggested timetable of week 3 of unit 1, term 1. Dear students, open page number 13 of your textbook. On this page, you will see an oral communication activity. In this activity, some silent letters along with some words have been given. Do you know that these letters G, K, W, B and T sometimes appear in words but their sound is not pronounced? That is, they are silent letters. And their example words have also been provided on page number 13 of your textbook. Let's read some of them together. So, the letter G is silent in words such as foreign, sign, design and assign. In the same way, K is silent in knuckle, not, no, and knee. W is silent in answer, rap, right, and wrong. Now read the rest of the words yourself to see which words contain the silent B and silent T letters. I hope that you have understood the concept of silent letters. Now I want you to write 3 words for each of the silent letter in the given boxes. On page number 13 of your textbook, some boxes have been provided. In one column, the letter G has been written and there is space for writing 3 words. You have to write 3 words that contain silent G letter. In the same way, you have to write 3 words for each of the silent letters K, W, B, and T. Complete this activity and then come back. I hope that you have understood the concept of silent letters and completed the activity given on page number 13 of your textbook. Now, if you are in the classroom, your teacher is going to give you a worksheet based on silent letters. In this activity, you have to write the missing silent letters in the blanks and you have to complete the words given in the sentences. Let's do the first one together. The first one is I, my friend Maham very well. How can we complete this word? Yes, we have to write K over here to make the word know. I know my friend Maham very well. In the same way, you have to complete all these sentences by writing the missing silent words in the blanks. So hurry up, complete this worksheet and then come back. If you are at home, you can complete this worksheet with the help of your parent or your sibling. Now let's start the 4th period of 3rd week. In this period, we will cover one SLO and we have provided complete methodology to cover this SLO in DLP4. This DLP should be taught on the 3rd day of the 3rd week of the 1st unit of 1st term. Dear students, now open page number 13 of your textbook. On page number 13, you will see a dialogue. I want you to practice this dialogue in groups of 4 if you are in classroom, and if you are at home, you can practice it with your parents and your siblings. In this dialogue, there are 4 characters: teacher, Usman, Hashim, and Ali. Let's read the dialogue together. The teacher says, "Look students, meet your new classmate. Here he is." And the new student is Usman. So he says, "Hello everyone, my name is Usman. We have recently moved from Karachi to Lahore." And Hashim says, "Nice to meet you. We welcome you to our school." And Ali says, "Sir, may I ask Usman a question?" Hashim says, "No, I want to ask first." And the teacher says, "Yes, sure, you can talk to him, but you should take your turn while speaking." Ali says, "Sorry, sir, we will not repeat this mistake again." And the teacher says, "It's okay. Now you can continue your conversation with Usman." In this dialogue, we have learned about apology. Whenever you make a mistake, you should apologize. For example, in this dialogue, Ali and Hashim spoke out of turn. This was a mistake because you should always raise your hand when you want to speak in the classroom. As soon as Ali realized his mistake, he apologized to the teacher on behalf of himself and Hashim. And the teacher politely replied, "It's okay." So, whenever someone apologizes to us, we should say it's okay. In the previous dialogue, a new student introduced himself to the class. Now I want you to look at these 4 scenarios, read them carefully, pick any one of them and write a dialogue on it. For example, the first one is introduce yourself and your best friend. Alright, so in this scenario, you have to introduce yourself and your best friend. Imagine that you are in a party with your best friend and someone comes and asks you for your introduction and your best friend's introduction. So how would you introduce yourself and your best friend to that person? Write a dialogue on it. You can also choose one of the other scenarios given on the screen. Once you have written the dialogue, practice saying the dialogues with a partner. You can partner with a parent or a sibling or a classmate. This is the 5th period of 3rd week of the periodic unit 1. In this period, we will cover one SLO. Respected teachers, we have provided complete methodology to cover this SLO in DLP 5 that you can also see on your screens. This DLP should ideally be covered on the 3rd day of the 3rd week of the 1st unit of 1st term. Dear children, on page number 14 of your textbook, 5 questions have been provided. These questions are related to the poem Aim High to the Sky. I want you to read these questions carefully, discuss their answers with your teacher or your parent or your siblings, and then write their answers in the notebook. If there is any difficulty, you can ask your teacher. Now let's start the 6th period of week 3. In this period, the students will be able to cover these 4 SLOs, and we have provided complete methodology to cover these 4 SLOs in DLP 6. This DLP should be taught on the 4th day of the 3rd week of Unit 1 of Term 1. Dear students, in this period, first we will study about transitional devices. Open textbook page number 14. On this page, you can see a heading, Transitional Devices, and there is an activity here as well. As usual, we have provided you the definition in Key to Learn section. Let's read the definition first. Transitional devices are used to link words, phrases or sentences to make the writing flow better and connect one idea to the next. In activity 2, a paragraph has been provided to you. In this paragraph, some transitional devices have been used. These transitional devices are given in the red color. You can see that this word and, this phrase, in addition to this word also, and the word however are given in red. All 4 of them are examples of transitional devices. Read this paragraph carefully and notice the use of transitional devices to move from one idea to another. Dear students, I hope that you have understood the concept of transitional devices after reading this paragraph. Now, there is another activity on the same page number 14. The heading of the activity is Time to Think. In this activity, you have to read the instructions, think carefully, and then give your response. So the question is, read about different professions on the internet and note some information about your favorite one. So you have to collect the information about different professions. Then you have to think that which profession is your favorite or which profession would you like to take up. And after that, you have to note some important information only about the profession that you like. Now let's move to our next activity. In this activity, you have to read the words and their meanings given on page number 14 of your textbook. These words have been taken from the poem that you read in Unit 2. I want you to read these words carefully and memorize the meanings as well. This is the 7th and the last period of week 3. In this period, the students will be able to create a short poem using the suggested rhyming words. Respected teachers, we have provided you complete methodology to help students create short poems in DLP 7. This DLP will be covered on the 5th day of the 3rd week of Unit 1 of Term 1. Alright dear students, here I have a warm-up activity for you. In this activity, you will listen to a poem. Let's read it. I will read this poem for you. Listen to it carefully. The title of the poem is A Silly Crow. Here is a very silly crow. Upon her head there is a bow. Her feathers hold it on so tight and help her see here in the night. As she flies here and there, her bow is one she'll always wear. She loves her bow upon her head, and it is one she will not shed. Okay, now let's look at this poem closely. If you look at the last words of each line, these words rhyme with each other. The last word of first line rhymes with the last word of the second line. Let's read them. Crow, bow. Yes, the last sound of both these words is the same. Crow, bow. In the same way, tight and night rhyme with each other. There and where rhyme with each other too. Then we have head and shed. These two words also rhyme with each other. This is an important feature of poems, that the last words of some lines rhyme with each other. Now we are going to write a poem using different rhyming words. But before that, we will talk about rhyming words. On textbook page number 15, some rhyming words have been provided. Let's read them together. Kind rhymes with mind. So kind and mind are rhyming words. In the same way, sigh and high are rhyming words. Ring, king, these are also rhyming words. We have also provided you definition of rhyming words in Key to Learn. You can read it yourself. In the third activity, you have to write a short poem by using the rhyming words that are given in your textbook. You can also give a suitable title to your poem. Let's read the rhyming words. 8, skate. Yes, these are rhyming words. Then we have boat and float. Then we have 3 and tree. Then we have day, stay, sing, king, bird and herd. You can use all these words at the end of the lines of your poem. I hope that you have written a poem using the rhyming words given in your textbook, and I hope that you enjoyed writing the poem as well. Respected teachers, we have also provided a worksheet to practice rhyming words in the classroom. You can use this worksheet which comes along with the DLP. In this worksheet, some words have been provided such as garden, wire, funny, and subspaces have been provided with them. The students have to fill in these boxes by writing rhyming words. For example, garden rhymes with pardon. Pardon means sorry. P-A-R-D-O-N. Pardon. In the same way, the students will complete this worksheet by writing rhyming words. We have successfully completed the periodic unit 1 of New Sun series grade 4 English. I hope that you have understood all the concepts given in this lesson, because in the 6th week you are going to have your assessments. Now I want you to revise all the concepts and prepare for your assessment, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.